Hello everyone, hope everyone is doing well. In this video, we are going to show you how to calculate Canadian Express Entry CRS score. I hope you all would have gone through the IRCC website where they have an application for calculating the CRS score. However, there are few points which we need to notice in that application. The first one is the application goes stage by stage, asking you to various queries related to your profile, and then it will give you out the final CRS score. But in this video, we are going to show you without going through any web application or without me taking much time, how to calculate your CRS score using a very simple plain Excel file. Before that, before using this Excel sheet, you need to understand that there are certain parameters that you need to have beforehand. Likewise, the first point is whether you are applying with spouse or you are applying without spouse. And before proceeding to that, one more point I need to mention here is this video is intended for only for applicants who are looking for immigration through economic pathway. That means through either express entry, federal high skill workers, or using trades scheme. This video is not applicable for students who are going through student visa programs. That pathway is entirely a different one. So let's enter into how to calculate the CRS score. First thing is just select whether you are applying with spouse or without spouse, because as you see in the bottom rows, you see here that with spouse the maximum number of points allocated is different, and without spouse the maximum allocated points are different. So the entire criteria would be different. So you have to be very much clear whether you are going with spouse or without spouse. And the second aspects are, who is the primary applicant? Like suppose there's a person A and he has a spouse, so the person A can be a primary applicant and his spouse can be a secondary or other applicant, and likewise it can be a vice versa, like spouse of A can be a primary applicant and he himself can be a secondary applicant. So you decide on what you want to do, like you want to be a primary applicant or your spouse want to be secondary applicant. So here what we'll do, we'll select your age, like assuming that you are going to apply and your spouse is a secondary applicant, so you yourself can select your age. So with selection of age, the CRS score would be updating here, like for 34 years of age it's showing 75 points. The maximum points are for when the age group is, I think it's around 30, it's 95 points. And the second point is, what is your level of education? The level of education you can only claim here by having an education credential assessment report. That is, in short, it's called as ECA report, which you will get either from WAS or other organizations that are authorized by IRCC. Suppose you have ECA report from WAS and it is saying that yours is a bachelor's degree, that is equivalent to 4-year degree in Canada. So select this. Or if you have a master's degree, you can go ahead and select the master's degree. So whatever level of education you choose, the points here gets automatically updated. And the third point is official language proficiency. The official language proficiency, as mandated by IRCC, actually have two different languages. That is, you can either have as an English as an official language or French as an official language. So for both the languages, they have given what are the approved examinations you have to take, and what are the different levels of benchmarks they have given, which is nothing but Canadian language benchmarks. In short, it's called as CLB levels. And according to your CLB levels, you will be allotted points for each testing criteria. In short, even if you go for French or English, there are four parts or four sections. That means listening, reading, speaking, and writing. These are the four sections in each exams in common, and you will be given marks separately for all the sections. So for here, for getting your official language proficiency, we have one more sheet in the file. We'll move into that file and check the official language here. I have selected CELPIP for time being because IELTS and CELPIP are two examinations recognized by IRCC for English language. So I'm choosing IELTS. Suppose you got 8 in listening and 8 in reading, 8 in speaking and 8 in writing. So your CLB levels are given here and accordingly you will be allotted points here. And the overall score is indicated here. Let's go and check whether your score is updated or not because it's 131 here. Yes, it's updated here, it's 131. And Canadian work experience. In case if you have any work experience or on-site experience in Canada, you can select that here and that will be automatically updated with the points in the cell beside that. Coming to the spouse factors, it's basically a same drill. You need to select the level of education, and for spouse also you need to have an ECA from World Education Services or WES or any other organization. You have to choose the official language proficiency. You have to go to the same Excel sheet, enter the spouse language abilities, and it will calculate the points here. Uh, Coming to the Canadian work experience, if your spouse has a work experience, please select. Please remember that only up to 5 years you will get maximum number of points, and beyond that it will be the same. Coming to the point C, which is nothing but skill transferability factors. That is, Canadian government has uh, applied a few different factors to verify that your eligible skills can be transferred to their economic growth. So based on that, we have different criteria, that is language ability combined with your secondary post-secondary degree. Point two is Canadian work experience with post-secondary degree, and there are three more factors. So what we have to do is select your education level here, and based on your education level, as you have already filled your language proficiency details, the sheet will compare both and allocate the points suitable for you. Suppose in case if I choose a bachelor's degree here, that means post-secondary program credential of 1 year and longer, that will be a bachelor's degree. So with bachelor's degree and the level of language ability you have chosen, you will be awarded only 25 points. Suppose if I choose a graduation level with a postgraduate diploma, I'll get 50 points. And for master's level and doctoral level, that is PhD, also you'll get 50 points. So 50 points is the maximum in this criteria. And if you have Canadian experience and post-secondary degree, you will have points. Since I have chosen no Canadian experience above, it is 0 here. If there is any experience, this field will be updated. Coming to the third point, foreign work experience and good language ability. Here you have to select your foreign work experience level, that is work experience in any country other than Canada that can be defined as foreign work experience here. Select work experience in point 3 and point 4. Whatever is applicable, that will be updated here. And if you have a trades qualification which is applicable to federal skill trades program, you have to select yes or no. If you select yes, the field will be updated. If you select no, there won't be any change in the points. And coming to the part D, these are the additional factors that help you to boost your CRS score. We have total 8 parameters here. One of them, first one is if you have a brother or sister living in Canada who is a citizen or permanent resident. The brother or sister should be a blood relative to you, that is as per the definition of IRCC. And second point and third point are your French language abilities. That means if you choose English as your first language, so automatically the French would be a secondary language. Based on the secondary language skills, you will be allotted additional bonus points here. And post-secondary education in Canada, if you have studied in Canada, select yes and this field will be updated. Post-secondary credential in Canada, that is one or 2 years and the other one is 3 years or more. Next, arranged employment NOC 00. This is basically the positions related to public administration and senior management levels like CEO, Vice President, etc. And arranged employment NOC 0AP. These are skilled employment job offers. If you have a job offer approved by Canadian Labor Department, then you can claim points for this. And the last and the foremost point is provincial nomination. If you have a nomination from a province, you can select yes or no. So guys, the link for this Excel sheet I have provided in the description of the video. If you like the video, please do subscribe to our channel and download the Excel sheet. You can keep the Excel sheet with you, and as on when you see changes in your CRS, you can check and update. And this sheet would be advantageous to those applicants who seek to increase their CRS score. So you can play around with few parameters, with specifically those parameters which you feel that are in your control for manipulation. Hope this video helps you all, and I wish you all the best for your future endeavors. Thank you all.